Hello, and welcome to my January TBR. It's the start of a new year, and what does that mean? A new TBR. Will we complete it? Maybe. Last year I had a goal to read 25 books, and I did. I got it done on December 31st. I read like 10 books in December. The goal is not to save them all to December this year. My goal is 36 books this year, so that's about an average of 3 a month. So I think that's pretty achievable, especially if I just stay consistent. I think that's the goal with my reading and stories and all that in general, is just be consistent and keep finding the joy in it. Book 1 on my TBR is currently what I'm reading. It has a 4.07 review on Goodreads out of 30 reviews. Yep, just 30. Fable, it's got a 3.17 out of 30 reviews. It is by Ashlyn B. Rudd, and it is of Memories and Endings. It is book 2 of the Beginnings and Endings duology. If you watched my recap video from 2024, you know what this book is, and you know what I thought of the first book. The truth will set you free. And as Atalia learns her truth, only new mysteries have come up, and now we follow Atalia on her journey to discover her new truths and uncover the new mysteries at hand. The finale of the Beginnings and Endings duology, and I can't wait. Yeah, it's book 2, so I don't want to talk about it too much, because if you do end up reading the first book of Secrets and Beginnings, I don't want to give you too many spoilers or really anything that could be considered a spoiler. I would just say Of Secrets and Beginnings is one of my all-time favorite books, and so far into Of Memories and Endings, it is just as good as the first one, and I can't wait to see how this story ends. Book 2 of my TBR for this month is The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. It's got a 4.2 review on Goodreads with 215,000 reviews. On Fable, it's got a 4.15 out of 30,000 reviews. There are about 4.5 books in this series. One of them I think is like book 4.5 or something along those lines, but it is a mystery young adult thriller. I was recommended it by my wife. She loved it and really thought I would enjoy it too, so here it is on my TBR. The protagonist is 17-year-old Cassie. I believe it's about teens that are working with the FBI. One of my favorite TV shows is White Collar, and I really enjoy FBI crime shows and things of that nature, so I'm very intrigued and excited to read this book. It should be a pretty good read. I think in total, in that early 300 page mark, which I think is just a really good length of book. You really get the full story, and it's not too long, not too drawn out, but it is a series, so, and that does kind of lead into book 3 pretty easily. Book 3 is the second book in this series, Killer Instinct. It's got a Goodreads score of 4.26 out of 133,000 reviews. Fables 4.2 with 20,000 reviews. I am assuming that I'm going to enjoy the Naturals book and go straight into the second book. I don't really know anything about the second book because I don't want to potentially spoil anything for myself. And then the final book on my TBR is my audiobook for the month, and that is by Louis Giglio, Goliath Must Fall. It is a Christian audiobook. It's got a 4.33 review on Goodreads with 4,500 reviews. On Fable, it's got a 4.41 with 202 reviews. How do we overcome those battles in our lives that we always seem to be fighting? Learn to overcome the giants in your life, the fears and insecurities that keep you from reaching your full potential. Put hope in God and watch Goliaths fall. Now that's the premise of this book, as Louis takes a look at the classic story of David versus Goliath. Kind of goes into deeper detail and learns a few things, and hopefully this book can just be a bit of wisdom for myself as I listen to it over the course of the month. And that wraps up my January TBR. Pretty short one for the month. I've only got 4 books on it, but I think that's gonna be my goal, is not to overdo myself with reading like 10 books in a month, and just take it easy, be consistent, show up and get my books read. If you have any suggestions for books that you like or series that you're like, yo, I really think you should read them, drop it in the comments. You guys know what I like. I like fantasy, thriller, mystery, romantasy, all that kind of jazz. I love it. And also, if you have any Christian audiobooks, like drop those, or even like nonfiction audiobooks. I love listening to nonfiction audiobooks. And with that one, I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.